Hello and welcome in. My name is Christin, and I'm one of your gamekeepers and hosts for the fourth week of the Summer of TTRPGs projects. The Portent Kast is a queer, female, and non binary actual play show where we play all sorts of TTRPGs. The Summer of TTRPGs project is a series of 8 one shots run by old and new faces to TPK so that we can highlight various tabletop systems and stories. One shot will be set to release every other week starting on Tuesdays and starting May 2nd until August 8th. For example, today you are tuning into Fate Core TTRPG game, Just for Death, taking place in my homebrew world of Famarah. And next week you'll be turning into the delectable kitchen contest TTRPG run by our lovely Carolee. We have over 15 players and game runners to be a part of this project, and you can find today's players as well as all other game runners and players in the description below. You can keep updated with our main story set in Lila's very own world of Aramel every Saturday at 6 p.m. If you'd like to keep updated with anything we do TTRPGs, follow us over on Twitter at the Portent Kast, and you can watch episode clips on both the Summer of TTRPGs one shot and the Perilous Voyage over on TikTok. If you want to keep updated with episodes of the Portent Kast, go ahead and hit that subscription button below. And now, let's see who the lovely faces are for this episode.
Hi, I'm Carolee, and I play Wilbur Theodore Rice. My pronouns are she, they, and you can find me on Twitter and TikTok.
Hi, I'm Tess. I'll be playing Simone Miel. My pronouns are she, her, and I am on Twitter at Tess Loves S'mores.
Hi, I'm Lindsay, and I play Elaine Boleyn, pronouns she, her, and you can find me also on Twitter and TikTok at Only One Chopstick.
I'm going to be playing Damien Calloway. My pronouns are she, they, and you can find me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at To Your Moonlight, although I will say Twitter is my most one.
Alrighty, and I am Christin, the DM for this game, and you can find me pretty much anywhere with Early Bean Juice for mornings or on Twitter with Early Bean Juice. Wait, switch that. Bean Juice for morning for everywhere else, but on Twitter, it's Early Bean Juice. There we go. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, we did it.
And without further ado, let's get into this week's one-shot, Dressed for Death. The world of Famarah, a wonderfully magically blessed land, even though magic users themselves are rare to find. Ash-hana is the place where we are in now. It is known for having 4 separate royal families coming together to rule over one strip of country. So, we open in on this beautiful Victorian-era house. It's not too big, not too small, definitely bigger than most people would have in a time like this, because inside is people who come from rich families, which are also seemingly rare in this town. Inside, it's beautiful. Inside, we find a younger woman, mid-20s, running around the house. Lindsay, would you describe your character?
Sure. So Elaine is I would say gives off very much so like Princess Diana vibes, kind of a deal. She's running around the house like trying to make sure that everything is as perfect as can be for her night, essentially. Very bubbly personality, gets along well with everyone at first glance. Very much so a talker kind of a deal. And yeah.
Yes, perfect. And next to her is Edmund. her soon-to-be husband. He is taking care of preparations for tonight's dinner, which the caterer has come to provide food for you guys. You move to outside, where it's fall. The beautiful, lush, beautifully green nature around this beautiful house on a hill is turning oranges, reds, and green, and yellows. Oranges, reds, and yellows. We see a carriage start to pull up. Someone, also mid-20s, comes out. Yes, would you describe your character?
So Simone is kind of a country girl, like kind of think like Laura Ingalls from like Little House on the Prairie. Grew up out there. She knows the country well. She knows, farm life. Not very like cognizant of city life or how people act as like, having, manners and decorum and stuff. Kind of a tomboy, has killed chickens, feels bad about it now. And kind of an introvert, not very good at like social things, but she is old friends with Edmund, so she's doing her best to show up and show out. She's holding a basket and there is a living chicken in it.
I love that. And coming out of the carriage behind them is Ren's character. Would you describe your character?
So Damien has kind of short, slick back, black hair. He's very tidy and neat, and he's always in formal wear. So he's known as the illegitimate son of the bride's father by anyone in that area. So the relationship with the family, minus his sister, is very strained. However, he was still invited to the get-together. He ended up getting adopted by an older man with a big but old manor, and from there he started working as a horticulturist in the manor. So he's very closed off. He doesn't have really good communication skills, but he does have like a lot of plant knowledge. But yeah, he mostly only talked to the people inside the manor, so he's socially awkward and he's very closed off.
Perfect. And as you two come out of this carriage, you see an open walkway, stairs leading up to this beautiful, large house. Not mansion large, but just a 2-story, averagely big house. As you're walking there, the lush greenery just sways in the nice, crisp fall wind. And both of you can just kind of make out different flora that's grown in this type of environment, which for Simone is different than the countryside, but it's not horribly different. Something you can take comfort in, knowing that there's so much flora and fauna around. So as you two make your ways up to this beautiful mansion-esque house, there's a large door, and what do you do?
I'm just like whispering to the chicken under the blanket in the basket. It's like, I'm so sorry.
Ren's kind of like, not Ren. I'm Ren. Hi. Damon's kind of behind. So he's just watching this kind of unfold, but he doesn't say anything because he's just like, yeah, sure, that's probably normal. There's probably something under there, it's fine. It's probably...
Okay. You, Simone, knock on the door, since it seems like Damien's not going to make the first move in this situation, and it takes a moment before is debating who is opening the door. Elaine, you hear the knock on the door. What do you do? Elaine, you hear the knock on the door. What do you do?
Lindsay, you're Elaine.
Sorry, yeah. I got the second part of that. I was trying to type that Tess had said to the chicken, sorry, in the quotes.
I had said someone needs to take this down because I can't, but
Sorry. That's all.
She was hard work too, so she looked like a professional office worker, just like
Yeah.
typing away.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I thought it was really important what you were doing.
Yeah, I was like,
The quotes are really important.
They are. It's okay.
Okay. So Elaine hears the door. So she's
Yes.
gonna go. She's gonna, look at Edmund and make sure that everything with the caterer is going well at the moment, and then she's gonna go and open the door. Hi.
Hello, is this where the party is? Is that what it's called? Party?
Why, yes. This is where my engagement party is going to be. Are you here as a guest?
Yes. I know Edmund.
Oh, perfect. Yes, my fiance. Well,
Oh.
welcome. Come on in.
Okay. This is for you, and I just like put the basket in her arms. Just gently, just like
Is
patting it a little
anything
bit.
moving in the basket?
Are you asking me?
Yes. As a player.
I mean, maybe a little bit. It's just like a little. She's a calm one, but I was talking to her and soothing her on the way here, so she's probably just kind of chilling in there.
Elaine feels the basket kind of moving, and not expecting something live, kind of like looks into it. Oh, that's a chicken. Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a gift or food?
It's supposed to be food, but I don't do that anymore. So I'm like, I didn't know if you guys had someone here who like does the thing where they chop the head off and cook it right before so it's fresh. I see now maybe that's something that should have been taken care of beforehand. Apologies. I've never
She's
done
gonna
this
now be
before.
my pet.
Okay.
You're going to be named Clarice. Edmund, darling, we're a chicken down. We have a pet, but not food chicken. So take care of that, please. Come in.
I'm actually like slightly relieved. I'm like, oh thank goodness, she's so sweet.
And then she sees Damon behind her. And hey, Damon. What's up?
here, he has a little bouquet of flowers, for Elaine. It's like, I picked some from the garden, so I hope you will enjoy it.
Perfect. And then Elaine rushes in to go find a place to put the new pet chicken and the flowers in a vase, and kind of just like runs off.
Damien would meet you after hearing your cries about a chicken and find a spot for it. Possibly in a guest bathroom that's not really used. At the moment, for the time being. So as... English.
And in a tub.
He's in the tub. The chicken in the tub. Who put the chicken in the tub? Oh my Jesus. I love it. So, as time goes on, it's about 20 minutes probably after guests are supposed to be here and arriving. Other people have made their way in. Simone, you have, not Simone, Jesus. Elaine! One of your best friends comes in and you guys are talking about everything under the sun. There's no getting you two separated, and her name is Charlotte Gladstone. Other family members arrive, but they're more keeping to themselves. They say their blessings, and there is another knock on the door. But before we get to that, we move back outside to where another carriage pulls in. This one is obviously late, and out comes an older gentleman. Carolee, introduce your character.
So I play Wilbur Theodore Rice. He likes to go by his full name. And he's just a little guy. He is just like a 4'5", like hunched over old man, walks with a cane, gray hair. But he's like a little kooky though. Like he's probably like his vest is like a completely horribly contrasting pattern compared to the shirt that's underneath it. And he's probably got like 2 different socks on. Very clearly very obvious like different colors, like orange and green or something. And he's got a little bow tie, all tied up there. It's probably like another really horrifically contrasting pattern. I'm thinking like plaid against like a duck tie. And like a really horrible color. And he's got like crazy hair. He's got like big old dude glasses, and he just kind of hobbles out of the little carriage.
And the carriage seems to creak after Wilbur gets out as a quite large minotaur follows after.
Sir Angus Lloyd, we're running late. We're running late for whatever this thing is. Let's go.
Just hear an annoyed huff, and 2 hands are placed on your shoulders and just kind of guide you, point you into the right direction of the house. The Minotaur has clearly never been here before, but he obviously knows where to go instead of Wilbur. And you guys make your way up to the house mansion. I'm gonna keep calling it a house mansion because that's what it is. And instead of letting Wilbur knock on the door, Sir Angus Lloyd knocks on the door instead, which is a big, heavy thud.
Elaine goes and opens the door. Has she ever seen a Minotaur before?
No, you have not.
She opens it.
Well, hello, dearie. I'm just, and he just like hobbles his way in past you.
Hello?
Oh, you must be the lady that's marrying Edmund. It's so nice to finally meet you.
And who might you be?
I'm Edmund's father? Just awkward silence. They stare at each other.
Angus just crouches down a little bit and makes his way inside the house, just trying to stay close to Wilbur, but also being respectful of Elaine's space.
Please don't break anything.
No, Mufasa, I need you to wipe your feet on your way in. You use your manners, sir.
Sir Angus Lloyd looks at Wilbur, back at Elaine, and just gently moves his hooves like he's scraping them on a mat.
Thank you, sir. We still need to maintain our manners.
There's an annoyed huff, and then he just looks away.
Elaine's running off to go find Edmund because she's like super confused.
And Edmund looks up at you. Yes, dear.
Your father and a Minotaur are now present.
There's a slight look of confusion on Edmund's face until he makes his way into the foyer and sees Wilbur and Angus and just kind of stares and then nods. What a party. He won't do anything, dear.
Remember +1s to our invitations, Edmund.
I didn't know he was bringing the Minotaur.
I assure you, my dear, it was addressed to both of us.
Elaine just looks furiously at Edmund.
Edmund just is avoiding eye contact and looking at Wilbur and Angus. Well, we have plenty of... We're eating beef.
Well, we're certainly not eating the chicken.
The chicken's yours. We'll find something for Angus to eat. Let's go sit. Dinner's about to be served. And you guys make your way, for those who weren't already seated. Everyone makes their way to the dining hall, which has a very long table. It's decorated for quite extravagantly, but also there's a lot going on because of Elaine's taste. But it looks pretty nice considering. There's plates and drinks already set out, and everyone makes their way to their seats. And Angus stands behind Wilbur and doesn't try to take a seat. He's just looking. But you can tell Wilbur, you can tell there's something wrong with Angus. He's looking around, just not seeming himself. If you remember, if it's himself. Roll. We're gonna make our first roll. See if you notice this big old Minotaur.
So,
acting suspicious.
We're rolling this way.
Yes. I was going to explain the numbers, but so we're gonna roll 3d6 and add them all together, and based off the roll you get, just sees how successful you are.
And we still add our modifiers to it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yes, you will add your modifiers to it.
Okay. So I rolled a 10, which is a 0. So, and what am I rolling? Like, to just perceive this? To like...
Yes,
you're could I say
if you
animal
notice.
handling because this is my Minotaur?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's a +3.
That'd be 13. So all 3 of your dice together added to 10.
I see. We're just adding to... Okay, yes, 13.
Yeah, you add all 3. Okay, so with that +3 because of your animal handling, because you know Angus, you notice that he is kind of just sniffing the air, but you can't exactly tell if it's anything off or if he is smelling the steaks that are cooking.
Are you... Angus, what's wrong? Are you hungry? I mean, we get you some whatever we're having, or do you have gas again? Is it the gas?
Angus just sniffs and then looks at Wilbur and just kind of stares at him as if he could talk, but he cannot. So he just kind of stares at Wilbur and watches the kitchen.
I mean, what is... I mean, just say if something is wrong. Like, just tell me if something is wrong.
You just hear a grunt in response.
Elaine, noticing this, just looks over. Does he want a salad?
Can I just, like, get up and, like, go over to him and, like, take some hay out of my pocket that is, like, definitely still in there and be like, hey, buddy, you want some?
Hello, dear. Oh, that... Angus. Oh. Angus, would you like, looking directly up, would you like some of this young woman's, grass?
The other cows like it a lot. I grew it very special for them.
Well, I mean, he's not a cow.
Oh, what is he?
In response,
he's
Angus bends down, sniffs the hay, and he eats it.
Yeah, he's bipedal, my dear, not a cow.
As he eats it, I'm just gonna like lean in just ever so slightly and just whisper to Angus, "You're beautiful."
Angus just pulls his head up, stares at you in the eyes. Just there's a little huff, and then he just stands back up and just continues standing behind Wilbur.
I love you too.
He is a good boy. He's a good boy.
Damien's just watching this, wondering if this is normal in this sort of setting. He's not saying anything. He's not judging, but he's just watching the whole thing, just eavesdropping, just.
Elaine like loud whispers to David, like, "Have you ever seen a minotaur?"
No, I thought. Have you?
Can't say that I have.
So this is a normal. Oh. Kind of looks back at the minotaurs like, oh.
Angus kind of glances at you, but doesn't seem bothered.
I could go back to my food.
Stand up before.
So, for those of you in a higher status, you can all probably recall hearing stories of minotaurs being around, but most of them were fables. It was, the stereotypical minotaur in a hedge maze that people in a normal higher status can recall. But the dinner moves on. Archie, the the caterer for the day, has a few other chefs in tow as they come out and they deliver the appetizers, which is a salad, which is salad. I'm trying to think of what dressing because I didn't think that far. Salad. They probably bring out different containers of different dressings. There is breadsticks on the table. There's just a few other hors d'oeuvres. There, I'll use the big French word for that. For you to snack on as the main course of steaks is cooking. What are you guys doing?
Shoveling breadsticks into my mouth. Like, no, manners were never. I didn't learn those, so it's bad over there.
Okay, that makes sense. Edmund probably looks at you and asks you how the farm is doing.
Oh, it's doing great. I'm kind of switched. I'm more into like herbal remedies now. Trying not to like kind of stopped doing the killing. I don't really like killing animals anymore because they're very cute and nice. So like I'm trying to be friends with them now and just like make money, other ways, like selling little like remedies and stuff like that. But if you want to try out your skills that I tried to teach you, there is a chicken somewhere around here that she's very nice, and like I don't think she's on the menu anymore. I don't know. May want to check in about that.
I think that would upset Elaine if we murdered her new pet chicken.
Her name on the farm was Hennifer, but she can change it if she wants.
Love Hennifer.
Elaine like overhears the last part of what Edmund was saying, and she like slowly like slides over to Edmund. Do not kill the new chicken.
We're not killing Hennifer. Her name is what now?
Her name is now Clarice.
Clarice. We will.
Rinaldi the third.
Nice. Okay. We will buy stuff for Clarice after everyone goes home. Maybe tomorrow. There's gonna be chicken shit all over the tub.
Wilbur pipes up from the end of the table. It's like, Oh, Clarice Rinaldi from the old tales from so many years ago about the princess.
Yes, you've heard of them.
Yes, I found many books in my adventures about the
diaries,
Rinaldi. Yes, the diaries.
Edmund pretty much glances at Damien, and he's just like, this is Simone. They know medicinal things as well. Maybe you two can talk about that, because he definitely sees that Damien is just a little anxious and awkward. So he is offering a topic of conversation.
And it turns to what who he has named in his brain as the chicken whisperer. He just turns towards Simone. So what kind of herbs do you specialize in?
It's mainly things I can find around the farm. A lot of, ones that can be used kind of dual purpose for cooking, but also have just ever so slightly healing properties. I've only used it on a few people. I mostly use it on animals. I'm trying to atone for the farm life that I lived as a young person. Now whenever I see a hurt animal, I want to help it and not, end its life, because that seems sad now.
Yeah, Damien looks at Edmund for help at this point.
Edmund just stares and then just kind of sips his wine.
Look between him oh, is that not a normal thing people say?
And he just kind of motions you to
I am usually taking care of the garden in my workplace. He doesn't like mentioning that he's been adopted for the most part. Yeah, I've been mostly taking care of the gardens. He really likes his flowers. But that's kind of how I learned which ones are edible and which ones are not edible.
What's the best tasting flower?
Oh, Magnolia is pretty good from what we've seen. Kind of tastes, doesn't taste, it does taste floral, but it's not as in your face floral like some other flowers.
I like that. I used to chew on mint leaves when the smell on the farm got really bad. Oh, it helped a lot.
Whoa. And then he just goes back to his spoon. He just
So, continuing on with dinner, the appetizers are ate, and now the steak course is being brought out. Angus is very much perturbed by this, and as the steak meal is placed in front of Wilbur, Angus grabs it and throws it.
Wilbur, the first thing we talked about was your manners, and this is not using your manners. Did I say Wilbur? I did.
It's perfect.
It goes with it. Yeah, Wilbur. It goes with it.
Yeah. Sir Lloyd, I need you... Go pick up your mess. I need you to clean up your mess. That was so rude.
I'm gonna get up and help him, and just as he picks the plate up, just slide some more pocket hay onto the plate, and it's I'm sorry, that's gotta be so hard for you.
Well, just because you don't like something doesn't mean you throw it.
But it's him. What if
It
it's
isn't,
family?
my dear. This. I'm pretty sure that minotaurs are essentially endangered, and if they had just happened to find one and kill one, and serve it for a meal,
horrible.
It is. Yes, I would never eat Pedro Pascal. He is my friend, and I love him. But this is...
Are there more?
I'm sorry, what?
Are there more?
More what, dear?
Of him?
Of who?
And I gesture to Sir Angus. Thought he was just special. He learned to walk all on his own.
This is what Minotaurs do, my dear. They walk. They're bipedal. I said that earlier.
So talented.
He is actually very talented. He's pretty good with the chemicals, and he does wear his PPE. We've went over that very extensively.
PPE, is that
yes.
some sort of undergarment?
What is he even wearing?
He has to protect his eyes too. No, he is a very special boy, and this is why he is my friend. But it doesn't mean that you get to act out in public. So, Sir Angus Lloyd, would you please clean up your mess, and I will get you some more tomatoes, because I know you love the tomatoes.
Angus is just staring again at Wilbur, and he does eventually just go and, grab cooked remnants of a cow.
Oh, you can leave the meat there. I just mean the dinnerware.
He grabs the meat and he throws it out the window.
Oh, that's fine. You can do that. But the dinnerware. We don't want to break any dinnerware. This is a special night for whatever we're here for, and we don't want to make a mess or have anything that needs to be cleaned up, not cooked up.
And luckily, the plate landed on a shag carpet, so it did not break. But Angus just grabs the plate just as delicately as he can, and he just is holding it like this, and he just, I guess, waddles it to the kitchen.
Thank you, Angus. We'll see if you could get some more tomatoes while you're in there. I know you love them.
Elaine just looks at Edmund. This is your family?
Sadly, yes. Not exactly, but yes. It's the closest thing I have.
You could have warned me.
Surprise.
This is not a very large table, dear. And you are not very good at whispering.
I'm not talking to you, sir.
But I thought it'd be normal to you because you're smaller.
What would be normal?
Is it not a big table? Is this legit not a big table, or is it real and he's just being facetious?
It's a kind of long table, but you guys are kind of, the main groups of the family is kind of together. So all of you guys are sat Edmund's probably at the head of the table. Elaine is sitting next to him. Wilbur is probably on his other side, and then so forth and so forth. So, it's very easy to hear.
You're only 3 feet away from me, dear. I can hear you quite fine. I might be old, but I'm not deaf just yet.
Yes, well, only time will tell.
That's very true. I could go deaf at any moment. We never know.
So, dinner pretty much goes on without a hitch. Everyone's eating. Angus, every time a new steak comes out for Wilbur, he does throw it. And he is just kind of... I said Wilbur too, didn't I?
I don't remember.
Anyway, Angus, yes, is throwing Wilbur's steak every time he comes out. And...
Wait, how many steaks are they trying to feed us?
There's only a few left, but...
After the second one, Elaine, makes sure that the staff does not bring out another one.
No, if he did it...
turns throwing the steak.
If he tried to throw another steak, Wilbur would get up and be like, Sir Angus, no, I need to speak with you. No, over here. And they would go to the other room. And he would give him a good talking to, but not, And he's gonna do that. If he's trying to, keep making a mess, he has better manners than that. he wants to talk to him and see what's wrong, because this is not like Sir Angus Loyne to be to have such horrible manners. And so he'll pull him into the hallway, I guess. I'm guessing it's like one of those rooms, but they have the big open doors. But he doesn't close the doors; he just leaves them open.
Yeah, it's like there's like an archway that leads into the living room. You guys just go into the living room and talking.
Bullseye, what is wrong? Are you? This is very unlike you. You are usually on your best behavior.
And now you can tell that Angus is still like a little antsy. He's acting more anxious than he normally is.
Are you okay? It's not the gas. You said no to the gas. Is it what's wrong, Angus?
Angus just he huffs and just stares at you, like trying, like mentally just being like, I've shown you what is wrong, but you're not listening.
Yeah, no, he's gathering. Like he's gathering. Can I do a roll though, just to see like how much he could intuit on what he's what
And since it is
Pedro
Angus,
Pascal is throwing down?
Yes, you may roll, and you have the +3 because it is animal
It's
handling.
15.
15. Yeah, you're noticing quite a bit that he is. There's obviously something wrong, possibly with the stakes that he keeps throwing, but you can't exactly know why he's upset at the stake. You just assume that it is, cow, and he is, not a descendant, but like,
If anything, the cows came from the Minotaurs. The Minotaurs would have come first.
Exactly. So the ancestor of the cow.
Is it not? I mean, are you telling me that, like, do you have some sense it's gonna make me sick? I mean, it's too much red meat for my old body anyway. But, is there something wrong with it? Is it?
He's just gonna nod.
Okay. I mean, what is it? Just something you smell, or you didn't taste it? You wouldn't. I'm trying to go through all the senses, Wilbur. This is really hard when you can't communicate with me. Can you show me what's wrong?
He just kind of huffs and then looks at the plate that he had thrown the second time and looks back at you.
This is not a fun game anymore. Like, I don't know what you want from me, Sir Angus. Like, something is wrong, okay? But use your words like a big boy.
He just huffs again and just makes a minotaur noise. Just, kind of distressed, but,
Mm-hmm.
it's something he doesn't do often.
Yeah.
At the table, I needed people who know about herbs to make a roll. So it's 3d6, add them together.
Okay.
So
I got a 16, and do I add the herbalism or do I not? Because I got +4.
I'm debating.
same here. I got
Like,
a
I
10
would
though.
only, to be fair, I would only know if it was like,
The good
like a
herbs.
herb-based, like,
Good kush.
yeah, like, if it was like a naturally occurring bad herb, not like,
Mhm.
something they make in like this place's like Breaking Bad house.
Exactly. And would you get, Ren?
I got a 10, but I was also gonna ask if I can add my 4.
Yes, you will add your 4 to that.
So that would be a 14.
Okay.
Many thoughts?
I'm just like sniffing it. I'm just like, the city meat?
The city meat. You guys don't really notice anything off with the meat.
Good meat.
I'm just
It's
gonna
good meat.
stop eating it anyway because I'm like having like residual guilt from starting this. I'm like, poor baby.
Okay. So dessert comes around. It's a nice cake of Elaine's choice. You can choose what flavor cake.
It would be red velvet.
Everyone just agrees.
I've definitely never seen that because that's like some fancy cake. So I'm
Oh,
like,
that's fancy shit.
is there beef in here too? It's red.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Elaine just kind of looks at you for a second. No,
I've never seen it used like that before. It's impressive.
it's called food coloring. It's not blood.
Then why make it red? Could you make it like purple?
I mean, it's a red velvet cake.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was like a theme. Okay. It's nice. It's pretty. I'm still gonna eat it with a weird look on my face, expecting it to taste just straight up like beef.
Dear, it's not beef flavor, it's chocolate. The chocolate helps the color.
That's crazy.
Damien kind of lost his appetite at this point. Took like one bite and then he just puts down the fork. It's like, I'm good. I'm good.
Wilbur sharing cake with Seringus loin. He's just taking the icing is a bit too much for me. Here, you can have like just you can have some.
Angus just like pulls it off, but he doesn't eat it. He just is holding it on his fingers now. So he's covered in frosting.
Angus, you love frosting.
Can I make another roll for the cake? Cause like this food is whack.
Yeah, go ahead.
Me and
Oh,
Angus
no.
will just make frosting sometimes and eat it.
Oh no. That is a 6.
There's nothing wrong with the frosting.
Yeah, no, alright. Just eat it. I'm just using my fingers because I don't know. He didn't
Like
put
Angus,
frosting
you
on
are
our
using your
cakes.
fingers.
I feel a kinship with Angus. It's like, yeah.
Exactly. So, dinner ends. Okay, I'm just kidding.
You're all dead.
You're all dead. No.
We're all like in the toilet for the rest of the night.
Elaine, Simone, and Damien. You're all starting to feel sick.
Elaine runs to the bathroom that Clarice is currently occupying. Shoves the chicken out of the way.
Did she shove her out of the bathroom?
Not out of the bathroom, just like out of the toilet area.
Which she's probably roosting on. Like an egg in the toilet now, like.
I feel like that's a pretty fat chicken butt if they can just sit on a toilet without falling in.
Like sitting on the tank. I know toilet parts. Yeah, it's sitting on the tank, just.
There's a baby seat. The baby seat.
Maybe.
We do not have a baby seat in this building.
So yes, Wilbur, you're fine.
I'm just gonna brace myself on the table and be like, does anyone know where the outhouse is?
Damien just stalks off and tries to look for one.
So you guys all go to, your respective places to, you guys are feeling quite gross, but it starts to fade. And you guys go back to the table, and Edmund is laying face down on the table.
Ed, buddy? You okay?
There's no response.
How many
gonna,
drinks
like,
did he have?
I'm gonna go over to him and I'm trying to tell the difference because I've seen him pass out before. It's happened after I've killed things, so it's trying to tell if it's passed out or if it's how much color is gone.
So you inspect him. Make a roll.
Where was Wilbur during this?
You were just sitting at the table, probably talking to.
Okay, so he was there. Okay.
Yeah, he was there.
I have 7. I don't know if this counts, but I do have +2 in survival. I tell if things are dead. I don't know if that counts.
I mean,
Or
yeah, I could say you could add that.
I know generally where to feel for a pulse.
Yeah, you've been on the farm enough to
On a
kind of
chicken,
learn
though.
some things. Oh yeah, on a chicken though.
Chickens, cows, not very many human-like, but there's been some accidents.
But generally speaking, you know when a person's dead, you listen for a heartbeat, so you pretty much know what to do.
Breathing.
Yeah. What was the roll?
9.
Okay. So, I mean, you see that he's pale. I don't really know much about, different discolorations in the human. So you just think it's his natural coloring at first. You didn't really pay too much attention to his coloration beforehand. But you don't hear a heartbeat. You don't hear him breathing.
I look over to Elaine. I'm is he a really deep sleeper by any chance?
No, not at all. And Elaine just starts screaming. Essentially, I'm not gonna do it.
What? Wilbur looks up. Just. Why is she screaming now?
Sensory overload.
Why? I think he notices Edmund just laying on the table. And
at this point, she's shaking him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the other side, poking him like I would dead animal.
Okay. I need. You go over there. You go. This is not helping anything. Let me just go over there.
Make sure.
Make sure of what?
Is there life in my friend or not?
Oh.
I don't know how else to check.
Wilbur will, check because he doesn't know what she knows.
Go make a roll for that.
I'm doing it.
Do it. Roll.
Get
your roll.
What would I? What would I call that? Because that's a 14, but trying to see what I could add. Maybe just a notice check or something, just paying attention.
You weren't paying attention enough to see.
I meant to check.
What happened?
No, I meant because I'm checking for life. I don't know that he's dead, so I'm checking for life. So could I just use notice to to add to check for life?
You pretty much, with that roll, you see the same things as Simone does. There's no breathing, no heartbeat, from what you can tell.
Okay, she didn't share that information, so she's just poking at a dead body. What? Oh no. I think he's. I think he's dead.
Elaine immediately gets up and runs into the kitchen to start talking to the staff.
What
Archie?
happened?
So we'll move to Elaine. So Archie's in there. He's pretty much finishing up everything. And he sees you come in. Is everything all right, miss?
No, it is not. First off, I just got sick from I don't know what, but so did Simone and Damien, and now I go back in and he's dead. What in the world is going on back here?
Edmund's dead? What? The food was...
Yours.
Everything was how it was supposed to be. Everything was cooked fine. Everything was prepared fine. There was nothing that could make you guys sick.
Well, I just got violently ill.
I don't know what to say, ma'am.
We need this place on lockdown immediately.
And as you say that, you hear the screams of other family members that were around you. Some of Edmund's friends and families that, aren't part of the main gang, as I say. Some of your family, as they realize that this man is dead, they start screaming, chaos erupts, people are running around trying to escape because they don't want to be next. Most of those people were also sick and did not know what happened. Like, they were away from the table when this happened. They weren't as violently sick. They were sick as well.
Lock down, Archie!
Yes, ma'am. And he runs from the kitchen and tries to corral people, but he's not the strongest, and he is being trampled by these rich people. But he is trying his best to contain everyone and make sure no one escapes.
Wilbur, I was
helps.
saying Wilbur is gonna notice that what's trying to happen, and Sir Angus Lord, can you please help control the situation so we can potentially find out how this could have happened? Can you go lock the door so no one can leave? And I hope your size will intimidate enough that no one will try to get past you.
So Angus, he moves over to where Archie's trying to stop people from leaving, and his desperate pleas of trying to get everyone to calm down is just going unheard over the loud screams of both men and women. And Angus just goes next to the door, blocks it. He's pretty much just taking up the entire door frame with his body, and he lets out a very loud moo.
Good boy. Thank you. Job well done, sir.
And it seems to help quiet the crowd. Elaine, when you leave the kitchen, you see your close friend, Charlotte, is trying to wake Edmund, but it's obviously not working. She knows a little bit about medicine and the health field, there you go, and you can tell she's trying to revive him, but seems no way of reviving him.
Elaine runs over to Charlotte. Charlotte, I think he's dead. What is going on?
I don't know. I was trying to help. He's not breathing. He's gone. He's gone. And she's easily as distraught as everyone else. Damien, you should do a roll for me.
What kind of roll?
Let's see.
Roll?
Let's see.
Roll
Just a straight roll. Straight roll.
That's a 13.
13. 17 with your herbalism. As you're, inspecting the table, you get to where Edmund was sitting, and you catch a hint of a poison in his wine.
Kind of lifts it closer to kind of sniff it for a little bit before looking over at Elaine. You should come over here.
Elaine follows.
So you know I know things about poison and herbs from my line of work, right?
Yes.
There's hemlock in this.
In the wine?
In the wine.
Is there any in anyone else's wine?
We're gonna have to check, but this is most likely the reason why he passed.
Who would do such a thing? I need you to help me find out who did this.
I'll try. He just hands her the wine before leaving the room to try to see if there's anyone else's wine, if anyone else's wine has hemlock inside, or if it's just his.
She throws the wine in a plant nearby because she doesn't want to be holding on to the glass that's got the death in it.
The plant dies. There you go.
Roll a, I guess, investigate. I would
Investigation.
say with that roll. Because, you know, specifically what you're looking for now, that no other wine seems to be tampered with.
Interesting.
And
He
you
goes-
go back to the
he goes
stakes.
to
Make an investigation check. Now you can investigate the stakes.
Yeah, steak. Oh no. Down. Okay. 1, 3. So that's a 5. With the investigation, that's an 8.
You still see nothing wrong with these stakes.
Right. So it's definitely the wine. He's kind of mumbling to himself before going back to the lane to tell him what he found.
Wilbur is gonna see them kind of investigate, like he can tell they're trying to figure things out, and he is gonna go over to Damien. Just, I gotta get in the young man, what did you find, young man?
So I couldn't find anything in the stakes, but in the wine there was some hemlock, which is poisonous. So that's probably why.
Yes, very clearly. We all know that hemlock is poisonous.
I'm sorry.
But Bullseye over there, he was throwing the stakes, and he is actually a very well-mannered boy. He's a good boy, and this is not how he acts at home. So this was him throwing the stakes was not a normal behavior for him. So, I believe that he may have been trying to let me know. I mean, I did not feel ill. I know that were many people that went and got ill. I heard the chicken is a mess, apparently. So, I don't know what was wrong with the stakes, but clearly this is murder.
And the stakes are raised.
Oh my god, go home, Dad. Clearly this was intentional. If only his wine was, as you said, the one with the hemlock, but
there might have been multiple attempts. Maybe the stake could have been tampered with to kind of move the attention away as well.
Smart man, yes.
Thank you.
Elaine, how do we... Angus is blocking the door, and we're not gonna allow anyone to leave, but my son, I need to... I think he's like realizing that this like family member he had for a lot, like his family is like gone, and he's like, we need to we need to find out who did this to Edmund. He was such a good he is such a good boy.
Why would
Most
someone want to
certainly.
kill him?
I have no clue.
He wouldn't hurt a fly. He couldn't kill a chicken right. And I kind of laughed at him for it when we were kids, but now I realize that's actually the traits of like a really sweet person.
Yes, yes. And based on the the pallor of his skin, it seems that he hasn't been gone from this earth for more than about 5 minutes, because we were there and then we weren't. Anyway, so how should we go about this?
Well, I intend to question all of the staff. I'm sorry, but at this point, all the guests need to be questioned as well.
Did anyone have any way of getting into the kitchen beforehand? Do you know?
I mean, plenty of people did. We had vendors galore working on this party.
That makes it harder. Okay.
Where's the wine?
She goes to Archie and tries to figure out where the wine is and who poured it.
Archie is like now trying to like continue like to keep people calm and is trying to get some sort of resemblance of a calm manner across people. It's not working that well because there is obviously people are scared that they're going to end up dead too. He sees Elaine and he's just like, "Yes, ma'am."
Archie, who poured the wine? And where is the wine that was poured tonight?
I think I was busy cooking the steaks. I didn't see who poured the wine. But
We need to figure it out. Also, what did you put in the steaks?
it was just ground herbs, rosemary, thyme, everything else you would have on a steak.
Here are the herbs. I would love to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Archie just kind of jumps at hearing the new voices, and he's just like, right this way. And he just kind of runs to the kitchen, and he motions to the counter where there's an empty bottle of wine, some unfilled glasses, and there's the prepping station that was starting to get like torn down as he was like cleaning up for the day since he was done. But everything is there. The herbs, ma'am, are in this container, and then the wine is over there.
I like do a roll just to see if like anything like looks or like smells off about them like together.
What?
Okay. Alright. That is a 13.
As you're looking at the herbs that weren't cooked, you don't really see anything off.
Dang it. I need... There's so much new stuff around here. Can I... I'm gonna like turn around and grab Damien and be like, I need your help. And then I'm gonna take him to the plant where the wine was thrown and be like, what is this night lock? How can you tell the difference between it and the normal wine? Don't like not knowing what's in things.
Mostly most of the hemlocks are poisonous. Eating even a small part of it can cause harm, can kill. There's some lookalikes It's some type of parsley that's a look-alike, but they're usually when we see something that looks like hemlock, we try to avoid it unless you know what you're looking for and you know the exact differences. But there are some look-alikes for sure.
Hmm.
And then depending on the hemlock, it could also be confused with Queen Anne's lace or with wild carrot as well. So that's also something to keep in mind.
Not wild carrot. Were any of those herbs in the kitchen? Are they like
You don't
labeled
know.
or like is it that easy?
Did you say wild carrot, dear?
Well, it's called wild carrot. It's a not really wild carrot, but it's
Well,
called queen. Mhm.
The stems of carrots do look like
Yes.
curly parsley.
They do. But that could also be something to keep an eye on.
You, the man with the cooker, the chef. Where did you source these herbs?
We have a locally owned garden at our facility. We don't normally pick from outside sources.
Normally is the word you used. Does that mean you did something different this time?
No, we had enough to cater this event. We didn't need to outsource.
Can I roll for notice to see if anything's off about Archie or like anyone else who's in this room right now?
Go ahead.
Dun dun dun.
Bum bum bum. That's not the best roll ever. That's a 5, a 1, and a 4. So 10 plus 1, 11.
There is nothing suspicious about anyone that you see.
Can I like go rummage through like the trash and like investigate? Just like if I like think I missed something, I always go to the trash.
Yeah, you just find trash from everyday life from Elaine and Edmund, and then there's the stakes that that Angus threw. You can roll to see if there's anything else in there.
Okay. That's 5. 13.
Let me look at the thing. You are just rummaging, and then you see a little vial.
Oh my. Definitely picking that up. I'm like holding it up to the light. Is there like anything left in it?
There's definitely residue of some sort of it, but you can't recognize what it is.
I like gesture to Damien wildly. It's like, smart plant one, please come here. I need your help.
Okay.
This is just like how I'm gonna do it how I'm gonna refer to him from now on. And then I'm gonna
Whisper
show him,
versus smart plant man.
Look. Is this Nightlock? I need help. I'm not good with like poisons.
He takes the vial and he sniffs it for a moment.
It is hemlock.
Oh my.
But now you've all put your grubby little fingers on it.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh. That's true. Yeah.
Is there like what kind of vial is it? Like, does it look like something you get like at a shop, or is it like, fancy and like something you never see anywhere?
You would know. You've been to enough like flea markets and stuff like that. It's not something you would commonly know. It is just a small little, very small vial. It's nothing big, so you almost missed it in the trash, but it was there.
Like, vials, there's no reason for a vial to be this small. This seems like
Intentional.
special. This is a baby vial for things that don't need a lot of it. Where did this come from? Maybe a
It's
smart
definitely
person?
small enough that someone snuck it in, for sure. It can fit in a little pocket.
I mean, there was no security because it is a family and friend event. There was no need to worry about such things, so anyone can sneak anything in.
Oh.
Yes, Simone was able to sneak a chicken in.
I didn't sneak Hennifer in.
He doesn't know your name. Anyway.
She came because I told her it was gonna be okay, and they maybe wouldn't kill her, and I was right.
Well,
I was so nice.
Well, I'm gonna go speak to the other people, and he's gonna hobble out of the kitchen area. And is everyone still like panicking?
Yeah, they're all kind of still huddled at the door. They're whispering amongst themselves, like hushed, like worried whispers of just like checking on each other, like making sure no one's sick, no one's gonna fall, no one's gonna die, pretty much. It seems to be settling now that they're realizing that they're not gonna keel over like Edmund.
Wilbur, asshole. Wilbur is gonna walk over to the crowd of people, and he is going to say, "Oh, everyone, if we could just come and sit in the living room, and we just want to make sure that we find out who did this, but if we can get some information from." That turns into he's trying to find the right words to say. If anything anyone tells me ends up being a clue to the murder of my son, you will get a reward.
Someone from the back just kind of perks up. Who's gonna listen to you, you crazy old coop?
What is the equivalent of like $1,000? Like $1,000?
Sure, yeah. I didn't do money for my world, so dollars are dollars.
I will give whoever comes up with a credible source or solution $1,000. Angus? I'm just kidding, he doesn't clap that, he wouldn't do that. And I imagine that Angus probably pulls out money from his pocket because Wilbur wouldn't trust himself to hold it because he's little.
It takes Angus a moment to realize what Wilbur was
1,
saying, and he just like
$1,000. $1,000. Angus.
There's no one seems to take interest because they've all have more than $1,000.
Really? See, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what's a good amount of money? Like,
this is rich people. They have millions. They have billions. They bougie.
Then
They're
give me
very
another
well off.
amount. I will give whoever $1 million.
Still, no one seems to take interest, and there's definitely more whispering. Like, they're getting suspicious that you are trying to take the lead on this murder. They don't trust you.
Okay, so be it. I guess we'll just stay here in this house forever, and Angus will never let anyone leave. And he just hobbles off and goes and sits down in the living room. Angus, make sure no one leaves.
Can I go over to Wilbur and be like, hey, I have a question about Angus. Is he a good smeller, like other cows?
Yes, clearly. He knew something was wrong with the steaks, and I had already said that.
Well, I know he's a very special boy, but I've never met boys like him before, so I'm just making sure. Is it alright? I'm not sure what your relationship is, but I feel like I need to ask you first, because you're like very... You're very dad here. So,
well,
can I ask your Angus if he can smell something for me?
Angus is his own creature. He can do it as he pleases. He's my friend, and he's like a child to me. I've had him since he was just a little boy.
How little was he? Was he this little?
Well, at the time, he was just barely smaller than me, but back in my good old day, I stood at least a good 5'10", so I don't quite remember. My memory isn't the best as it used to be, but he was smaller than me then.
Oh my gosh, I have to talk to him. I'm gonna like run over. Do I still have the vial, or do we like leave it in the trash? Did someone else take it?
You had it and Damien had it. Up to Damien if he gave it back.
Okay. I mean, I'll obviously run to him if he has it. Be like, do you have the thing, the vile bad poison in there?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay. And then I'm gonna take it and run to Angus and be like, young man? Sir, can I ask you a favor?
Angus just kind of glances at you, but he's like keeping his head turned from you.
Oh. Is he like looking at something else, or like can I tell if he's ignoring?
He's trying to look at you, but his head is turned the opposite way.
Oh my gosh. It's like, okay, that's fine. Alright, yes, this is your good side. It's very good side. Can you tell me if you smell this scent anywhere else? And then I'm just gonna like lift the little vial up to one of his nostrils.
He just keeps his head away. He does not want to sniff this.
Oh, it's okay. It's closed. It's not gonna hurt you. I understand if it smells bad. I can give you. I've got some more of the hay, and I think I have some like mint in here. And then like I like go to like one of my back pockets, and I was like, oh, I have a carrot. You want a carrot? It's very good. I grew it myself.
Kind of glances at you, but he's still keeping his head away, mostly from the vial.
Oh. I don't want to open it. I don't want to hurt you. I don't know if it like is snorted. I need Damien, so I want to like call Damien over and be like, I don't want to accidentally poison this very good boy. Help me find a way to like help him track it.
It should be fine as long as it's not ingested. A sniff shouldn't hurt him.
It's like,
a little
alright,
sniff.
just a little sniff. I guess, can you give me a little sniff? I don't know how I can repay you, but you can come to my farm and you can have like whatever you want. You deserve it.
Angus is still keeping his head away, but he like puts his little hands on your shoulder, big hands on your shoulder, and just kind of moves you to where you're guarding the door, and he's gonna walk off.
Okay. Yes, sir. I've got you. I'm just gonna like try and beef up a little bit and just like pull my sleeves up, like expose the like very slight muscle, just because like you work on a farm, there's just gonna be a little bit, but it's not like, you know, super impressive or anything. I'm just gonna be like, yes, okay. I'm just gonna stand there. So like, okay, yes, yeah, I believe in you. As he's like walking away.
Angus only finds the cup that he Edmund drank from, but then he starts kind of going towards the kitchen.
Someone follow him. I don't want to I promised him I'd watch this for him. I can't leave.
I'll go.
Okay. He goes and he kind of noses at the ground herbs.
Ooh. Oh, shoot. Does it smell? Does it have some of the hemlock? Do you think so? No, that one. Oh.
Yeah, he motions to it and he kind of just like brushes his nose with his hand, but then kind of grimaces because he has the cup in it, and he's just like,
I'll take that from you. Yeah.
and then he kind of just again noses at the ground herbs. Make a roll for me.
Okay. 3, 5, 3 plus 3 plus 4. That's 11.
Plus your herbalism?
Plus my herbalism, that will be a 15.
Cool. You are looking in these herbs. There's something off about them. Can't really put your finger on it because it's all ground together, but you can kind of see that, or let's see. There's obviously something in it that's mild enough to affect someone, but not kill them.
Mm-hmm. So he kind of like, are they in a jar or like?
It is specifically in the so they have like little jars of the pre-picked herbs.
Mm-hmm.
But what he was motioning to is a bowl that
Okay.
it has the grinder thingy to like grind it all together. It is in that, not
So
the other vials.
Okay. So he takes one of the empty bottles, and so he can just scoop up a small sample, and trying to think what herbs would just be mild enough to cause some stomach problems, but not enough to kill at this point, before going back to Simone with
You can look at the vials on the counter that show all the herbs that were in the all the seasonings that were on the steak. That way you can narrow it down.
Okay.
I'm gonna like look at all of them and be like, this is so many. Why would you put this much stuff on a steak?
People like their seasoning. Kind of just mumbles out under his breath.
Can I like shake a pile of them and like in my hand to try and like separate them and like I guess roll to like see if I can figure anything out from like something that shouldn't be there or like that is just like why is there so much of this here?
Make a roll.
Did you leave the door?
No, I think Damien said
okay.
you'd bring in some here, so I was just like,
okay.
No, I'm very much standing in the same place. Got like one arm like out, but I'm still looking.
With you both looking, I could say you guys can. I would say have advantage. You can have a bonus die.
Okay, so I have 2, 11, herbalism, 15. So is that one extra d6?
Yes.
Okay. So I have 15, adding my herbalism, and then the bonus is going to be 16.
Yeah. So I have 6 plus 1 plus 6, so that's 13 plus the 4 for herbalism, and I got a 2, so that is 19.
Okay. Together, you both come to the conclusion that it's an emetic herb, so it is a herb that induces vomiting, but so far you cannot really, because it is mixed with the other herbs so well, you can't exactly pick out which herb it is because it is so fine.
Who's vomiting? Maybe
But
they
it's
would use
nothing deadly.
Nothing deadly, just vomiting.
It seems like whoever did this, like, also, I don't think they're a worker, because, like,
No.
if they would, it seems like they would have eaten too, because this can, like, they can use this to, like, get rid of anything they took. Like, I've accidentally eaten many things, and that was usually our go-to. I don't know if this is the same one, but it was always our safe bet. It's like, just go throw up. And I said, okay. So I feel like I feel like someone who, like, ate the same things as us very possibly could have done this.
And it would be a really good way of just saying, it can't be me because I was also poisoned.
Elaine, what are you doing during this?
Elaine's gonna go out to the rest of the guests, not necessarily looking at the workers this time, but wanting to kind of like use notice and try and see. Actually, not use notice. I would say, to use rapport and be able to just like converse and try and figure out if anyone is suspicious or not.
Okay, go ahead.
2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. No one really seems suspicious. They all just seem really scared. They're concerned about Edmund, and one of them seems to keep glancing at Edmund, but you can see he's pale, that he's just like, he's a friend of yours. I did not create too many names. He just
He's clearly unimportant then.
Yeah, he's very unimportant.
Filbert.
Yeah, Filbert, sure. Sure. Yeah, Gerald. There, we'll pull Gerald. He just is very pale, and he's actually going to look at you when you start coming over. He's bleeding.
I'm sorry, what?
Edmund's bleeding.
Where? She turns and looks at the body.
And there is now a puddle of blood surrounding him.
She goes back over to Edmund's body and picks it up off the table to see where the blood's coming from.
Yeah, you do that, and Charlotte rushes over to help you, and there is a wound right by his chest.
Nothing in it, just the wound?
Just the wound.
Oh, was he laying face down or face up?
Face down on the table.
That'd be weird if he was face up.
Well, that's what I was thinking, or I would have turned him over. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, no one's
Charlotte, what kind of wound does this look like, Charlotte? Because I didn't even notice that there was a wound there.
I didn't know either. She's going to unbutton his shirt and look at it. Oh, it looks like a dagger wound.
Who the heck brings a dagger to a frickin' engagement party?
I don't know. I don't think we should we search people?
Absolutely!
Okay, that poor Edmund, he didn't deserve this.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. Let's go search and find the dagger.
Yeah, let's go do that.
This whole time that Wilbur's been sitting here in the living room just next to everybody, he's been listening, seemingly inconspicuous. See if he can pick up on any information or anything anyone's saying. So can I roll a notice check? I rolled notice for that.
Yeah, make a roll.
That's 12 plus 2, 14.
Okay. You don't hear anything really out of the ordinary from downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But every now and then, you hear kind of footsteps from upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
The floorboards would creak every now and then. It seemed to be nothing at first, but then seemed to be someone impatiently walking.
Can I try... Oof. He wouldn't remember, just kidding. Can I try poorly to try to remember how many people were at the table? Like, in the spaces? Even though I know I'm gonna fail. But he would sit there and try to remember. You know what I mean? Like, you know, okay, this person...
I'm trying to... Well, you can see from the table how many plates there were that haven't been cleaned up yet. I didn't think about how many guests there would be. There is you, Elaine, Simone, not Wilbur, Damien, Edmund. I would say probably 5 to 7 other people who you can count. Everyone's accounted for.
Everyone accounted for? Okay. Oh, what is that? I think that's... Did that chicken get out from the bathroom? And he's just gonna, like, grumble. And just like, the chicken can't be out. This just caused pure chaos. And he's gonna go, start mumbling about chickens. And he's gonna go upstairs. He doesn't know where the chicken is. He's gonna go upstairs and look for a chicken, but not really.
Does Elaine hear that he said the chicken's out?
Sure, probably.
Elaine goes after the chicken.
Ingus starts heading that way as well.
My dear, you seem to be way more concerned about this chicken than you do your own person that's dead on the table over there.
It's not true. I'm also trying to find a dagger that stabbed him.
I'm sorry, a what?
He's got a stab wound in his chest. Who carried the dagger to an engagement party?
Oh, this was an engagement party. Oh, congratulations.
She just rolls her eyes emphatically and, like, walks away to try and...
I'm so happy for you.
Can I see, like, the stairs from where I'm at, like, at the door? Like, where I'm posted up?
Yeah, you saw them start heading that way.
Before any of them go upstairs, and just, like, while most everyone is in the room, can I, like, try and, like, roll to notice, like, if I see any, like, flashes of, like, metal or anything? Because, like, I'm not really good with, like, listening to people and picking up on stuff. I just want to, like, see if, like, anything on anyone's body seems to stand out.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 9, 2. That is 11.
The only flashes of metal you see are hundreds of pieces of jewelry from rich people having thousands of rings and necklaces and gaudy things on their clothings. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I'm just gonna attribute that one to sensory overload.
Damien, are you doing anything?
Damien still went back to the kitchen to look back at the herbs just to try to figure out exactly what it could be that's irritating the stomach but isn't enough to kill.
Okay. thought I had this pulled up. I guess I did not have it pulled up.
Oh no.
Again, it's really you still can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
You just know that whatever it is, you probably need enough of it to irritate someone's stomach, but again, it wouldn't kill anyone.
He gives up and then just goes back outside to kind of see if someone else found any other clues. At this point, he's very frustrated.
Yeah, you now probably see Edmund is now probably laid back because they were looking at his wound. His white shirt has like a slice through it and the blood on the table as well.
Oh. Wait, so... Oh, he's bleeding. Since when?
Then you notice Wilbur and Elaine are not there.
Okay.
You just hear randomly the chickens from
Chickens. Kind of just investigates the body very briefly. He doesn't really want to stay near the dead body. Especially he already knows that some people probably think of him as suspicious anyways because of the vial, the people that know. So he's just looking very briefly and then just going to where Simone is instead.
Yes, you would definitely see and hear people kind of muttering under their breaths about you being suspicious and almost being like, why are you here? Of course, the poison expert's here. He's probably the one that did it. Stuff like that under their breaths, but none of them make a move to do anything about it.
Yeah, he just quietly stands next to Simone. Did you find anything? What's going on?
Well, I'm trying to see if anyone's got weapons on them, because apparently poisoning wasn't enough. They decided to go and stab poor Ed over there.
Oh yeah, he is bleeding.
There's so much jewelry, and it's just really overwhelming. And I want to go home, but I want to find out what happened to him. So I'm just kind of standing here until that good boy Angus gets back, so that he can watch the door and I can try and look for more clues.
And at that point, you do see Angus start heading up the stairs.
Oh, and I'm gonna gesture. I was like, Angus, come here, please.
He stops, looks at you, motions with his head, and then goes up.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I
you can go up if you want. Don't forget about me. I'm just gonna stand here and try and look at things. I'm not gonna break my vow. I'm going to stand here and try and be as good of a lookout as Angus. He was doing such a good job. He's such a good boy.
I'll leave you to it. He kind of just awkwardly goes upstairs. He keeps glancing over at Simone as he goes upstairs. Is she really okay? Is this okay? Do I keep her company? What do I do?
And at that point, you notice that everyone's kind of just settled down. They're not anxious. They're not trying to leave anymore, but they're not going to move towards the body. So they're just kind of standing where they're at.
Oh.
Is the body by the is the kitchen or where the body is, not the kitchen but dining room, is there a direct line of sight from that to the doorway?
It's somewhat skewed, but yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I was just still there staring at it, or...
Yeah, so there's a foyer. There's probably an archway that leads to the dining room. You can probably see the bottom half of the table that Edmund is not on.
I'm just gonna, I think, just keep my eye on this at the stairwell, just for anyone else going up after them.
Okay. You see Charlotte run after them.
Always the nurse. Oh, what am I gonna do? Okay, is there in this is so stupid. Is there any way I can like use my like farm tools skill to like try and finagle the door so that like people can't use it? Because I really don't want to stand here, but I also like don't want anyone to leave. So,
Make a roll for it.
Bend the knob or something. Okay. 3, 6, 6 + 4, 10. Farm tools + 3, 15 + 1. That is a total of 14.
Okay, you look at the doorknob. It's kind of hard to, hang on, I gotta see what a Victorian doorknob looks like.
Fancy.
I can spell, Jesus. Oh yeah, you definitely can hit it quite a few times and it just breaks off, so now everyone's pretty much stuck in this room.
If anyone like sees me like doing it, like I don't know if there's so many people it's so loud to not notice, I'll just be like, sorry, and then I'm gonna like run to this.
Oh yeah, they probably notice, but they're not gonna do
Vandalism.
I'm just gonna like hand the doorknob to like whoever's closest to be like, don't lose that, and then I'm gonna run.
Perfect. So, you all go upstairs, Wilbur taking charge as he slowly makes his way up the stairs with his arthritic old legs. And you don't really hear anything. But you guys go room by room, I'm guessing.
Wait, Angus, what? We came up here with a purpose. I don't...
You all see him start sniffing the air, and he starts leading to a back room.
Wait, what? Where are you going? Pedro Pascal, where are you going?
He stops, slowly turns his head to look at Wilbur, turns back, and just kind of points to the door.
I hate it when you get so bullheaded and follows him.
Okay. So, you all slowly open this door, and there is a woman in the room. She has very long red hair, curly, green eyes. She's wearing a hood. She's mommy, okay, I know, she's mommy.
Why is Talara here?
Why is Talara? See, Talara has like pretty orange hair. This one's like vibrant red.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's vibrant red.
Okay.
Yeah, she's wearing a green hood. Like right. Yeah, like you know where a hood would fall, but like it's not obscuring the face. And a cloak. Boom. That's what it's called. And it like drapes right across her shoulders. Boobs.
That's just all you say.
Yeah, she's wearing a nice dress that looks pretty homemade. Some nice fabrics. Really well handmade. Homemade? Words sound really weird right now. And Wilbur, you remember this woman. Despite you having a horrible memory, you look at this woman and you remember her. She is the woman who cursed you with this horrible memory.
Oh, my dear. Have you seen... We're looking for a chicken, I believe. I think I came upstairs to look for a chicken. Have you seen a chicken?
Drop the act, old man.
I'm sorry. Did you... I think they called her Henrietta.
Yeah, I need a moment. That was good. That was good. She just stands. There's a dagger in her hand. And she's twisting it on her finger. Dried blood on it.
Did you harm Henrietta?
This is all your fault.
That the chicken is dead?
There is no chicken, Wilbur.
Wait, there's no chicken? Sir Angus, you were supposed to, I knew I didn't know why I came up here in the first place. Why did you tell me we were looking for a chicken?
Angus is staring at this woman. She looks at Wilbur again. I came here for my son.
The chicken?
The son you stole from me.
The dead one?
I should have murdered you too when I had the chance. My son. And she points to Angus. The one I cursed you for. My son that you stole from me. I know you remember, old man.
I'm sorry, I don't... I'm just a little guy. I'm just so confused.
She looks the same as the day you met her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he knows. Mm-hmm. Oh, he knows for sure. How did you birth a minotaur? I don't...
That's really the question you want to ask right now.
Yes, it's quite... I said I'm confused. It's quite confusing.
She waves her hand, and Angus? There's a glaze over his eyes now, and he walks over to her.
Pablo Picasso. My boy. I have a whole list of names.
I know you do.
Yeah. Pablo Picasso.
It doesn't matter how I got such a son. You stole him from me, and I've come to get my revenge.
Okay.
Hence why your son is dead.
Okay, hold on. This whole time, Wilbur is stalling. Because
oh yeah.
he is messing with something in his pocket. Because he has, let me see. I love that his stunt is just called crafts. He's just good at crafts.
He's what I imagine Dr. Doofenshmirtz as, like an old man.
Yeah. Very much like I like Meet the Robinsons, like the kid and the dad in Meet the Robinsons. So he's he's been tinkering with something in his pocket, and I think that can I say that I want to say it's something like not a flash grenade, but like something that would be like not flash bomb. No, not like that. But like something that could be like thrown in like a distraction, like a popper, like one of those little firework poppers or something. I
could say with that, you could probably throw a pocket watch.
Pocket watch. It says even in extreme situations.
True, but I
just want to throw something that would be like a distraction. That would be like
you could have messed with the pocket watch and have it But like this would have had to have
it's
been
the
like
ticking time bomb, and he's gonna say that, and he's gonna say that, and it's a ticking time bomb, and he's gonna throw it, and he's going to back out and close the door.
So you leave her in there with Angus. Cool.
Well, no. I mean, he's just a little guy by himself.
I mean, everyone else is behind you.
Oh.
So.
They're just listening to this. Just chilling. Just hanging out.
I mean, it happened so fast, yes.
Fine, then.
So the explosion goes off.
Yes, it's already happened.
And
how big is the explosion? Like, are the people who aren't in this room, like, hearing this?
They probably hear the explosion from upstairs.
Yeah.
It's not a common sound in a house.
I would say it's more of like if I don't know, like a little.
It's not a big explosion.
Yeah.
Like a firecracker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like a really, really loud fart.
Really loud fart. It's a stinky ticking time bomb fart grenade.
No, I could see Wilbur definitely making those.
Oh no, he for sure has stink bombs that he's made.
I love that.
Obvious, yeah,
so,
probably one of his top priorities.
Yeah. So, you throw the yeah. Let me see something real quick. Let's see. Yeah, it has no effect on her. She, when the smoke clears, her hand's outstretched, and there's not a hair out of place.
Yeah, that's fine. The door's closed though. He doesn't know that. He's gonna close the door and like hold it like this and like turn around and go, so there's a witch in there.
Elaine, this is when you see Charlotte standing kind of at the end of the hall.
Charlotte, what are you doing?
I wanted to help.
Help? With what?
I've been helping this whole time.
Helping what this whole time?
Helping you find who did this.
And did you find anything?
The stab wound? You could tell there's something off.
What
You
about
should know
the
to
stab
eat.
wound?
You can see in her face that she's very, very upset, and it wasn't supposed to be hemlock.
What do you mean it wasn't supposed to be hemlock? Did you kill Edmund?
I didn't mean to.
What do you mean you didn't mean to?
I asked the witch for a love potion.
For Edmund? You were trying to take him.
We dated in the past.
That's news to me.
I never stopped loving him. I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't.
You didn't want to hurt me, but you tried to love potion my fiance. Ended up hemlock poisoning him. Did you stab him too?
No. I didn't. Why would I hurt him? I didn't want to.
And who is this witch in all of this?
I don't. I heard rumors of a witch doctor, and I thought she would help.
Is this the same witch that Wilbur's babbling on about?
Yes.
She loses it, and she goes to throw something at Charlotte, because that's one of her stunts.
What am I babbling on about, dear?
Or no, that's what she's good at. So she's
I'm
gonna
like
just
posted up behind Charlotte to make sure she doesn't try to leave.
Charlotte's definitely like afraid, like glances back at you and just kind of like is holding her hands to her chest and trying to like make herself as small as possible.
So that's a 12 in total to throw something at her.
Damien's just watching at this point. He's just like, okay.
If this misses, let me know if I have to roll to avoid getting hit by it instead.
Yeah, I rolled 3 6s, so she definitely dodged.
Fudge monkey.
Alright, let me just...
Yeah, she dodges with it. She knew it was coming because she knows you so well.
Simone's gonna get 3 1s. Simone gets knocked
I rolled
out.
a 10 if that avoids it, or I might get hit by...
You definitely get hit in the face.
Cool.
So, we're gonna roll harm. Rolling.
What am I rolling?
Let's just do a d6.
Just one?
Yeah.
Thank
Just
goodness.
one.
Okay.
It'll be minor harm.
That was a 5.
Simone gets a concussion.
Yeah, you get a concussion from that. There's definitely now like like you split your head.
Lights bright. I'm just like leaning against the wall for a second, like, you're really got a good arm there. Have you ever thought about, oh, you should come to the farm, put you to work. Oh man, is it hot here?
Popcorn.
Yeah, you saw it. I'm sorry, and she just books it.
Oh.
No way, come back.
She she falls down the stairs.
Elaine immediately goes after her. Well, she doesn't know that this witch is inside, right?
I mean, probably have.
Wilbur said the words, "There's a witch
There's a
in
witch.
there." So I mean, whatever you want to take from that. I mean,
but she doesn't know that the witch is the one that stabbed.
mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's gonna go after Charlotte then, and since Charlotte like fell down the stairs, she's gonna like tackle Charlotte. Oh shit! I just threw it nice.
Make a roll for that.
Okay.
4, 7, 11.
Yeah, you definitely tackle her.
Perfect. Yes.
She's
on the ground.
Yeah, she rolled a 5 in total. So yeah, she definitely failed that. So yeah, she's on the ground with you on top of her, and she's like, I didn't mean to, I swear.
Elaine's not having it. She's like just on top of her, like, nope, you're not going anywhere. Kind
Beat
of
the
a
shit
stand.
out of her.
She starts grabbing anything that she can find around her, like in the immediate service area, and just starts throwing it at her.
There's probably not much you could grab, but there is a one of those, not nightstands, but like end table things, like, you know, that usually rich people have in the hallways with like books and stuff in it. So yeah, you could roll to see if you can knock that over and get stuff. We're gonna move to Simone. You realize Angus is in that room with that witch. And you're muted.
I just now realized that. Good. I was like, no, not that good boy. Yeah, I'm gonna like... I guess my concussed self is going to try and navigate into the room. Hopefully it's not that far.
Wilbur's in the way.
What? Why is he in the way? What's wrong? What's wrong with Angus?
Um,
Where is he?
There's a
What
witch
are you doing?
There's a witch in there.
What is he doing to him? Aren't you gonna save him? Why don't you care?
Yeah.
Do you care about him?
Obviously, but if I could do something about it right now, I would. I mean, not by myself. Maybe 40 years, maybe 40, 50 years ago, I could have taken on the witch. I did the first time. I took Angus from her, but it's been, I don't know, 50 years, and now she's not aged, and I've...
Here, come with me, and I'm just gonna pull him towards the room they're in and, like, have him a little bit behind me. I'm already concussed. What else could happen? Like, I'll use me as a shield. Do whatever old man magic you need to do.
Damien walks behind them just because he thinks that they can't do this by themselves. not in their state.
You open the door, there's nothing in the room anymore.
Pedro Pascal!
No, where'd he go? I had so many things I wanted to ask him.
And now we move back down to Elaine. You now have Charlotte.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Beat the shit out of her?
I'm trying to beat the shit out of her.
You struggled with the nightstand, but I mean not nightstand, the end table thing, and you couldn't get it to fall over while holding Charlotte. Like, you were just barely out of reach of it, and she is very much struggling to get away. So roll to keep her grappled. That'll be a straight roll, because I don't think you have anything for...
That's a 6, 5, 2, 13.
Think we just tied. So, yeah, you guys are very much struggling.
I scream out to anyone who can hear me,
I didn't kill him! And then you see people just rush over, but no one seems to try to help you. Everyone just is being nosy.
These bitches.
Someone
come and help me! Please!
You see the guy that, pointed out Edmund was bleeding. Gerald? I probably changed his name again. Oh well.
Gerald,
he definitely rushes over and, helps restrain Charlotte.
Perfect. Thank you, Gerald.
You're welcome.
And so, once Charlotte is restrained, make sure she doesn't go anywhere. All of a sudden, I'm in my Annie voice. Whatever. So she makes sure that Gerald keeps an eye on Charlotte and not going anywhere, and then she goes back up. She goes up the stairs to figure out what's going on with everyone else.
Are we just making our way towards the room, or is this before we start heading towards the room when she gets there?
Gerald is struggling, but he holds on. Sorry, what was it you said?
When Elaine makes it up there, are we already making our way towards the room, or are we still haven't started?
You guys are pretty much in the room. You guys opened the door and saw it was empty.
Everyone else sees nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Sir Angus Lloyd? There was I think he's actually getting legitimately confused now about whether or not they were actually in there or not. I don't...
I'm gonna take some hay out of my pocket and just holding it out in the room in case they're invisible. Just sprinkling it. Please come back.
Wait, so he was here, right?
Yeah, you said he was. I believe you. He came up here. He didn't come back down.
Okay. Well, I don't know how my own mind is gonna,
I
play
was
tricks
watching
on
the
me.
stairs. Charlotte came up, but that was it. Also, it is so bright here.
The hay falls to the ground. There's no signs of Angus. There's no signs of the witch.
Can I investigate the ground or like the area they were standing or where Wilbur believes they were standing?
Yeah. As you are in this room, you start forgetting Angus.
Wait. Were we looking for the chicken in here? Well, the chicken. Did the chicken get off in here? I need to go.
No.
The chicken.
We were looking for Angus.
Henrietta,
Your
I believe,
beautiful
was
baby boy.
I'm sorry?
You're the standing sweet cowboy.
Cowboy? I don't
Yes,
believe I've seen a cowboy in quite some long time.
You called him so many names.
You forgot all the names already.
The boy. I don't. You mean Edmund? The poor soul?
No, he was he's I think you called him a minotaur. He's a very sweet and big.
Those are very rare creatures, my dear. I don't believe
You
I've seen
brought
one of
him
those.
here.
Oh
my god. What's happening? Did you hit your head too?
Elaine comes in. What's going on up here?
We can't find Henrietta.
Maybe
two of us have brain damage.
The chicken dear. Henrietta?
Clarice is downstairs.
The princess!
Yeah, she's downstairs.
Oh, well then why am I looking for a chicken?
I thought you were looking for a dagger.
A dagger?
The dagger that your son was stabbed with.
The dagger's sitting on the bed.
Oh, you mean that dagger?
Oh, you found it. That's good. Though Charlotte is saying that she had nothing to do with the dagger, but who else would? The witch? You said there was a witch up here.
What? You don't remember the witch?
Yeah, what witch? I don't...
Where's your minotaur?
I'm sorry? What? It's been about 50 years since I've seen a minotaur. I mean...
You brought one with you.
Did the...
His name was Sir Angus. He was a special boy.
Did the herbs and did they do something to your brains? Or I don't know what.
Maybe this is just how it's supposed to be.
How? I'm sorry. I don't understand. I don't understand.
My fiance's dead.
That I understand. You mean my son? My son is dead.
And your minotaur is gone.
I don't understand. Who stabbed Edmund?
I don't know, but the dagger's right here. Did you stab your own son?
Look at me.
You don't know if you have or not.
If I have what?
Stabbed Edmund, you do not know. You cannot remember.
Yeah. But if no one in their right mind, and he's not, but still, no one be like, wait a minute, I don't know if I did that thing.
He's smart enough to do that.
No, I mean, Edmund is my son. I would not hurt my son, and I wouldn't.
But where's
look at the dagger?
Well, I'm sorry. I don't understand what's happening at all. I don't.
You look at the dagger, there's dried blood on it, but that's it.
Oh, and it's dry. Is there any blood on the floor? Like
Nope.
did it drip off?
There's no blood anywhere except on the dagger, on Edmund, and on the table from where Edmund was laying.
Are there any fingerprints or anything? Or nothing?
You wouldn't know.
Hi.
Is there a window in this room?
Yes?
I stumble over to it. Like, there's got to be something. Is it like already open or is it closed?
It was open.
Immediately, I'm just gonna like go over to it and just yell out. It's like, Sir Angus, where are you? You're such a good boy. Please come back. Your dad / the old guy who came here with you is something's wrong. I know you're a good boy.
There's no response.
Mommy GM.
Mummy.
Can I do a thing? Can I roll a will check for him to see if he can remember anything? Or he would have like little treats, like little dog treats, but not like minotaur treats in his like pockets and stuff. Just like to see if he can like
a wishbone for a cat.
yeah. No, a minotaur, dear.
Okay, I could. You probably have a picture of you and Angus in your wallet.
He wouldn't do that though, but like,
Would he? Oh, okay.
Go randomly pull his wallet out of his pocket to like. Oh, he might. I have an idea. Okay, so he's gonna. I think I just need to go. I need to go sit down. I'm not feeling so well. And he's gonna make his way, I think, downstairs. And he's going to you there, just whoever you, sir, the one with the apron. Yes, can you get me a glass of wine or something, not the poisoned one, please. Of course, not the poisoned one. And he's gonna pull out his wallet to be like, here, a little tip for you, sir. This is like a little it's like one of those like the minotaurs like behind him, and you know those like prom photos. He's just like he's got his hands on his shoulders. Now can I roll a will check to see if he sees this? Okay. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use no face, Soot, Sprite, and Totoro. 13 total plus 4. 17.
You stare at the photo and you start recollecting, but it's very, very fuzzy. Like, you can remember small bits and pieces of, like, when you got him, and, like, small moments, like, when he was helping you with your inventions and stuff like that. But most of them are blurry. Mm-hmm. And you can feel that ache in your chest of, you know, you lost him.
Like Gary come home from SpongeBob starts
playing. Oh my god. Cry.
Alexa, play Despacito.
He's gonna sit there, he's gonna be like, oh, alright, Angus. Sir Angus Loyne, he would always mix the black and the purple. He was supposed to mix the red and the purple, but he would always mix the black and the purple. And then it just little explosions in the house all night because he just couldn't. I don't know that minotaurs can see color, and he's just like talking to himself, like sitting on this couch. I think he's trying to think of like does he remember the witch at all? Like knowing that okay.
You just now only remember
Yeah.
seeing Angus for the first time and seeing him in the room
Cute
with a
little
blurry
boy.
figure.
Little cute boy. Maybe that you farm lady was.
Can I go down the stairs and I want to try and use a stunt for this. That may not work, but it's like a healing stunt kind of. I've got some ginkgo leaves in my pocket, and that's supposed to help with memory loss, but it's only minor. Can I just try and crush them up and I just want to give them just as much, just a little bit. It just needs a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, listen, this is not gonna make sense right now, but I need you to consume all of this.
Ginkgo leaves, yes, they're good for your memory.
Right now. Don't smell them, they smell bad, but they taste fine, just please.
Oh, I lost my sense of smell a long time ago.
Perfect.
With Angus and all. Big stinky boy.
Just choose.
And then
You eat the ginkgo leaves?
Yeah. Overcome.
Yeah, it is actually very good for your memory and not very harmful actually.
You eat it and you can't
Leafy.
remember. You still cannot remember. Because it is from the curse. It's not natural memory loss.
Yeah. Why am I eating leaves, dear?
I just wanted you to remember.
I'm sorry?
You were talking about a witch. Did you know magic people? Have you had magic in your life? Besides, like the magic of friendship, because Angus gave us all that.
Have you had magic in your life? I can see that as like the tagline of like some sort of weird business. Oh my god.
Portent Kast.
I mean, I've traveled a lot, dear, and I've had, a couple of, run-ins with, magical things, but why are you asking me about magic? I don't.
Because something not natural has happened to your brain, and it's not normal old man whoopsie brain. This is the ginkgo did nothing. And
well, yes,
those
you've
are
got
good ginkgo leaves.
Yeah, but at least 3 months for any effect. I mean, what do they teach you in school now, anyway?
I didn't go to school.
Oh well,
there's the school of hard knocks.
There's the rub. I mean,
And at this time, there is lots of pounding on the door from the outside, and inside comes police officers. They were called whenever the chaos was happening, and they finally arrived to take care of Edmund.
how
And to arrest
did
whoever
they call
it is.
police officers? Are there phones in this
It's
Victorian age?
Carrier pigeon.
They have one of those old phones where you had to.
They have a tin cup attached to a string.
Police officers. Yeah,
Come here, please.
police officers. Dude, my brain is now befuddled.
What is that word?
Oh yeah, they did it. They had the little twisty turny phonies.
Yeah. The one where you
Rotary
talk
phones.
into one thing and then listen to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Downton Abbey.
Oh my god.
Rotary phones. I remember. I have big brain, small smooth brain. Yeah, they had phones. That they called the police station, and took them a while, but they finally got here. They arrest Charlotte for the murder, since they have no other proof that it wasn't, and that's where we end.
But my boy.
We need a spin-off. We need a spin-off.
But my
That's like
boy.
cliffhanger.
I need an Angus heist. I will not rest till this boy
Yes.
is safe.
But my boy.
Spin-off part 2. Dressed for death.
Spin-off,
Gotta kill the witch.
spin-off. Kill the witch.
I would do anything for you.
Thank you all for tuning in for this episode, the 4th week of the Summer Project TTRPGs. I'm Christin. I already forgot what I was gonna say. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Christin, and I have been your awesome DM for this week, and may the dice guide you to beautiful friendships. Bye.